to conduct bag checks, ride trains, and patrol subway entrances, arresting fare evaders, which has been effective, but it hasn't been enough to bring back all of the businesses that used to exist underground, probably because these security measures are temporary. By 10:30, the police move off to fight crime somewhere else, and the National Guard are not at every single subway station, which means criminals can just go around them if they really want to ride the train today. But you know what else might make it tough to run a business down here? Rampant shoplifting. Oh yes, in fact, New York is home to a $4.4 billion shoplifting industry, all related to the sale of stolen goods. In fact, if you were to try to take this CVS, which right now is full of progressive plexiglass, locking up pretty much every single product in the store, and try to run it below ground where there are even more criminals in an even smaller, tighter space, they would have even more problems. Which brings us to the real reason 75% of the stores down here have closed. It's because what's happening down here is the same thing that's happening up on the street, only much, much worse. And with all of the utter lawlessness that exists down here in a crime-ridden environment with very few authority figures present, it's no wonder that the people walking by aren't interested in spending money at your business so that you can pursue the American dream. No, instead, that business that you started, it's no longer a dream, it's a nightmare. So here we are at the strip mall beneath Columbus Circle. This is a very popular part of town, and even though all of these businesses are closed, you've got thriving businesses all over the place up on the street where you have the Deutsche Bank Center, and we're even across the street from Central Park. So popular part of town, yet nothing popular is happening down here. For reasons that should be obvious, but aren't for some reason.
Sad looking storefronts here underground, where you could once grab a slice or a newspaper or a coffee. Of 195 retail spaces in the subway system, only 52 of them are open for business. A vacancy rate of...
So the decline of these underground malls, it's something that's visible throughout the entire system, with 2/3 of available stores being closed completely. Now here, you've got more than that. You've got about 50% vacancy, it looks like, but other places you'll have closer to 100%, like at the Port Authority, where there are no shops open in that massive subway mall, even though there's a police station on site. But what's interesting is these places used to be thriving and full of shops. You used to have to pay extra if you wanted to open up down here. But now these businesses are struggling and the city can't even give them away, in spite of all the forced foot traffic that comes from the subway itself, which is attached. But before we uncover how recent decisions by the city have likely doomed these underground malls to stay like this forever, it's important to understand that some people say crime has nothing to do with what we're seeing right now. Instead, this is all just a natural changing of the times, placing the blame for all of the challenges that these stores face on things like remote work and the internet. But although that sounds true, it doesn't explain everything.
Tommy Galehouse owns Tommy's Figs Retro Collectibles in the Columbus Circle station, next to recently closed businesses.
Because they can't make the rent, and we're just not getting enough foot traffic.
Ridership.